Let's double check. Oh yeah. All right, hello friends. Hello, hello. We are live. Woo! It's been a while. Oh, I've got a cat visiting. Hi, Dibs. All right. Hello, Happy New Year. Happy 2021. 2021, man. It's already starting out crazy. So, yeah, so crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. It's actually what, I guess 2 full weeks, right? Maybe 3 full weeks? No, I'm not going to pick you up. I'm not going to pick you up. Go on. So, hello. Hi, everyone. Oh. Tell me how your guys' holiday went. I would love to hear. Did you guys get anything fun for Christmas? Or anybody still working on 2020 albums, December Daily, Project Life? Yeah, I think it has been 2, Lisa. I'm pretty sure it's been 3 weeks because I wasn't here because last week was New Year's Eve and the week before that was Christmas Eve. So it's been, I think you're right, it's been 3 weeks. Phew, time flies, you guys. Not bad for a COVID Christmas. Did you guys get COVID, Caleb? I hope not. So today I am going to be continuing this December Daily album for my in-laws. I have roughly 9 pages left, I think. The last spread I did was for day 16. So I have all of the photos and all of the journaling and everything for the rest of the month. But I have designed and gotten everything printed for the next 5 days. So I'm going to be putting together 5 days today. 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Is that right? Yes. And then next week, I will be wrapping this up. So I will have the last 4 spreads and we'll do like a quick flip through at the end of both of them. And then I'll be able to like package them up and give them to my in-laws for their Christmas present. For now, I have refused to take down Christmas until I'm actually done with Christmas. It also gives me a little bit of incentive to keep working, keep plugging away, and get this thing done so I can clear my house out of all the Christmas stuff and feel like I'm actually at the beginning of a new year. So, you know, that is that. Plus, we have a lot of birthdays in between. Well, after Christmas, the first couple of weeks, oh, my eyes watering. We have a bunch of birthdays from after Christmas through like the first couple weeks of January. So it's always just nuts at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm glad I'm not alone, that some of you guys are doing some December stuff too. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh, Caleb, I'm so glad you didn't get it. I'm so glad you didn't get COVID. I was like, COVID Christmas, oh no. Yeah. Oh, and no problem, Tracy. Yeah, I'm glad you're here for a few minutes. That's totally cool because Deathly Hallows is totally worth it to go watch it. Yeah, seriously. I need to go watch all those Harry Potters again. It's been way too long. All right, so I am going to get you guys flipped around and we're going to get started. So yeah, I just wanted to see you guys. So here we go. Let's flip this and, you know, of course, jinky, but it's okay. It's all good. So let's get you up here. If I can manage. There we go. Okay. That and that and that. And I think we're good. Okay, so I have got the 3x8 album that we've been working on. This is album number 2. If you've missed any of the lives, so we are working in album 2. We've got story 14, story 15, which this one I did the components, but then we didn't finish it live. So all that I did off screen was to stitch this on, and then I've got both of their letters that say Dear Mabel. It's my niece's name, and then these are letters from both of the parents. So from my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, so they each wrote one, and those just go in there and look really cute. And then this I will eventually stick together. And so this was the page about the ornament and about my sister-in-law's grandparents. So we have some journaling on the inside of a flip out here. And so we are working on the back side of a full 3x8 picture. Now, story number 17, right? 17, yes, is all about gratitudes. So I had sent my sister-in-law a list of prompts, one for every day. And for this particular day, I said I would love for you to send me a list of X amount of things. I don't remember if I said 3 things or if I just said a list, period, of things that she is grateful for. And another thing that's been really cool about doing this project for them is that my sister-in-law is not the only one who has done the journaling. She actually convinced, I don't know if she had to convince, he might have done it willingly, her husband, my brother-in-law, to journal all of the prompts as well. So that's been really cool to get both of their perspectives for all of these different stories. So I've got a rough sketch of what I want to do here. I did print out the journaling here, and this one actually I think was just her. So he didn't do this one. This is just her. So I eat my words. But I also have this journaling card that says I'm grateful for, and what I want to do is just cut a portion of it off, use it as the top as a title, just because there was too much to add to only the 3x4 card. Then I've got a picture of my brother-in-law and my niece that I turned black and white. I thought that looked really nice and would pair well with this over here. And this is going to be another like flip out thing. So these are going to close in on each other. And on top, I have this cut file that I love from Paige Evans. The one that she has, it's actually a 12x12. So there are actually, I believe, 5. It's like a 5x5 grid. So I cut the whole thing out, and then I trimmed out the middle row. So I had 2 rows that were 5 tall by 2 inches, or not 2, by 2 squares wide, which gives me roughly a, it's roughly 8 1/4 tall. Let me double check that. And I might have printed it, or I might have cut it to be 8 1/4. Yeah, so it's 8 1/4 tall by like a little over 3 inches wide. So I thought this would be a really fun piece to put on the top with some embellishments in the blank windows. So like I could put this up here, this is filled with joy, and maybe the number for the day there. So then it can flip out, and then on the back will be the gratitudes and the photo. So that's what we're gonna do here. What I'm not sure of is if I just wanna put that on white cardstock, or if I want to put it on a patterned cardstock. So I'm going to grab both of that out. So we've got white, which I might just go with white because then the other stuff will pop out too, right? So if I've got this filled with joy up here, and then I need a number, which I could just use this one, but I don't know. I might as well pull out my bin of numbers. Oh, all of the things. Okay, let's grab my bin of numbers and see what we can get out of here. So this is day 17. So here's my 17s. So we could do black. So these ones are going to be a little big on those squares. That one might be okay from ColorCast. That one is maybe too orange. No, I don't want that either. Or that. Anything else in here? So it might just end up being that ColorCast. Or I've got one of those Tim Holtz tokens. I love those tokens. They've been one of my favorite things this year. Okay, so that is that. Maybe I'll leave out this one. We'll debate that. No, the debate is over. Okay, so let's see here. Because we could put the 17 here. Now, I should also double check what my 18 is. Like, you know what, my 18 is this. I already know that. So I kind of like the idea of that. And then I could put a tiny bit of twine on it. And that would be pretty cute. Where's my black and white? Let's see which one I like better. Oh, I kind of like the black and white. It gives it just like a little bit of something. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to do that. That will go with the little Tim Holtz guy. In the middle of the peppermint. Oh yeah, that would be cute. That's not a bad idea at all. Like, how would... Let's just tie a pretend bow here. And... Okay, so here's our pretend bow. And let's say that that went there. What do we think? No. Yeah, I like it better here, I think. Okay. All right, so that's on a white background. Let's see if we've got any colorful backgrounds. That could also work. So, like, here's blue. So I think that's going to be too busy. And that is why I originally was thinking the white. Yeah, like that's too busy. So I think it's just going to be on white. I really don't want it to be too much. That's going to all be too much. So yeah, I think we're just going to stick with the white background. You can still see the outlines of the files there. It's like teal. Whoa, no. Okay. So we can still see the outlines of the white enough that like that doesn't bother me. So we're going to go for that. So that is where we're going to fill this in with. I also want to see like, okay, and see like that's just too big. I think that's just too big. So let's get this trimmed out. So I'm thinking that I just want you to be the same size as that photo. So I print these at 3.875, so almost 4, just shy of 4 by 8 1/4 tall. Which that measurement I got by taking one of the page protectors and measuring that with a ruler. That's how I got that. Okay, so we've got the photos. Let's see, so that would go there. And this is going to be shorter than. So I could line it with washi. That would be pretty cute. And then I might want to do like a thicker one and a thin one, because where are the holes going to be? So don't really want that to mess up my cut file. Yeah, I think that'll probably work. So what if I took, you could sponge the white border of the cut file with ink. What does that mean, sponge? Sponging, like smooshing it on the edge? Okay. Did you really get it? Oh, I loved getting those cut files. That, like, it was such a fun thing to wake up every day and be excited for like, what cut file am I going to get today? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really love Paige Evans cut files. I think that they're like, they're cute, but they're also, I don't know. I like them. I like the style of the icons and her drawings and the fonts that she chooses. So yeah, whoops. So I'm glad. I'm sorry for being an enabler, but hopefully you really liked them too. So yes, so you sponge the border. Okay. Okay, so if we put this on the edge, I really love this washi too because it's got pink in it. I've really loved it this year. And then I've got this one that says fa la 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 la. Which I'm thinking, what if? And the nice thing about washi is if I don't like this, I can just take it right back off. No harm done. And we can try something different. So if I did it like this and put my cut file on here, which I can move this and trim it off a little bit, right? Actually, I could probably position this and then put it on there. I wonder, I think I would like it better if this was on both sides. I agree with that like cut files take a lot of patience. For me, you know what I love about them is I generally, almost everything I make, I film. And my craft space is not near my TV. So I really don't watch a lot of TV at all, except for when I'm back in cut files, because I do that off screen and I like go and sit down at on my couch and just, you know, just watch TV while I do cut files. Yeah, see, I like that a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay, that's what we're doing. Now, one thing I have noticed about this washi tape, this specific washi tape, is that it doesn't stay down very well. So to have it last the test of time, I'm going to glue it. I just wanted to make sure I liked it before I did. Yeah. So here's one of my favorite things to do with cut files. I really like to find ways to make them give me more space for more words. So sometimes that might mean doing something like this, where it's kind of like a cute little title page, and then I can open it up and there's like room for a ton of words. Sometimes I like using them to turn them into pockets or do something interactive with them. That's probably my favorite way to use cut files, I think. So I just I look at them and I'm like, how can I take this cute design and make it work that I can put more photos or more words on my pages? So like this one, I had originally thought that it would be really cute to do 2 of them. So I actually have the other side still, like I just saved it and put it somewhere else because I thought it would be really cute to do 2 of these, to have like a double spread of these squares, and then inside of these ones to put like a photo or some words that you could maybe like flip up or something to have, so you could have like the photo on top and you could flip it and then have words underneath for gratitudes, because that's what this page, I already knew this page was going to be about gratitude. So I was like, that would be a really cute way to add gratitudes. But then when my sister-in-law sent me her journaling, it was that long. So that was not going to work in those tiny squares. And there was a lot more than 3 things or 4 things, which is great. I like it. That is not a problem for me. I am a fan of words. And I told her that as much as she sends me, I will find a way to put it in because like I didn't want her to have to edit herself. So I was like, you just say everything you want to say and we'll figure it out. We'll get it in there. Because that is the preservation of your memories. So, okay. So I think that looks really cute. And then we will add this on top of that. So, hey, Millie. I'm so glad you guys made it. I saw that. I'm trying to figure out, what the explosion boxes are. Is that the thing where you like take the lid off and they like fold out and then like fold out and all that stuff? Because I saw something like that on her Instagram stories, I think. And then And then I saw all the stuff about explosion boxes, and I was like, I wonder if that's what it is, because that was really cool. Yeah, so okay, that is what it is. Those are so cool. Those would make like awesome. I'm like, how could you use that to like put like gifts in it or something? Like, how fun would that be to get a gift from somebody and you like open it and it like everything comes out? That would be so fun. Old and card making. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get this done. So we're just going to add some glue all around it and then put it in. Okay. This is going to take me a minute because this is so thin. I also think it's really fun to see like some of the older stuff coming back. So I had such a long like break in between when I first started scrapbooking and then when I actually like came back to it and figured out how to make it work for me. If you don't know, I started scrapbooking when I was in 8th grade. And I made albums for high school and then stopped after that. So there was a good like 20 years that I did not scrapbook in. So like a lot of the trends and whatnot, I don't really know a lot about because I probably wasn't in it at that point. But to hear other people talk about these older styles and these different like textures and different types of papers and all that stuff is so fun. And it's fun to see things come back where it's like, it looks like it's something brand new, a brand new idea, and then to find out that it actually is an old idea that maybe has a twist on it or a spin on it or that sort of thing. I think it's really fun. I like that. It's kind of like that in fashion too, right? Like everything becomes new again at some point. Okay, almost there. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, the glue. Okay, so here we go. I want this to go as close to the edge of this tape as possible. If it doesn't touch that one, I'm okay with that because that's where the holes are going to be. So get it all on there. Okay. Yeah, it looks so cute. So cute. Okay, so that's going to give me these windows. We will figure that out here in a second. So the next thing I need to do, this actually is where I will add some of that paper. Where did I put that? Because the journaling is all white, the top of this piece, I should add that first so I know what I'm working with here. How long did I make this? This is about 1.25 inches. So let's do 1.25 inches. Should be right there. This is one of my favorite ways to use cards that have titles on them where I'm not necessarily going to use the entire card. And this I might save in my little scrap bin of colors because like that's a great yellow that I could use for backing cut files. And then this title piece I'm just going to put up here. So then it creates my title. But I'm going to flip that back over. It creates my title. It uses the font. It looks cute. And, you know, easy peasy. Not much work for me. And I don't mind cutting. I don't mind cutting up my cards. I would rather cut my cards and use them. Hey, Caitlin. Than let them sit, you know, and not use them. And then eventually give them away because I didn't do it. Okay. So there is my I'm grateful for. So let's see if we can find a pattern to put behind that. That still looks good with the yellow. But like I could go with this blue. I kind of like the blue because it's got yellow in it. That's super pretty. It's going to go next to this. I think that's a winner. Yeah, I think I'm not going to second guess it. We're just going to go with that. So let's put that on here. Now the holes, because this was already hole punched. So what I'm going to do with the holes is put the hem on the side where the holes are already going to go, because then I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about that. And then the other thing I need to do is create my flip element. Now, this has definitely been a design that I have loved in this 3x8 album because there's not a lot of room in a 3x8. It's been a really fun challenge to work in this size. I actually kind of like it. But when you have a lot of words, you have to find ways to like flip things open or pull things up so that you can fit all of those words in addition to your photos and your pretty things. So yeah, that has worked for me. Yeah, I don't really have any regular paper, so we're just going to use some cardstock and it will be fine. So I'm going to cut this at 2 inches and then put that to the side. I'm going to move this to the 1 inch mark right here, and I'm going to score it down the cut line, which that is not right. Did I not cut it at 2? No, I didn't cut it at 2. Of course I didn't. You know what though? That's fine. It's going to be fine. It doesn't matter because it just is getting sandwiched, so it really doesn't matter. In fact, it's probably fine that maybe it's even better. Happy mistakes. Okay, so we've got our foldy piece, which I might just kind of, I want it to be a little bit more limber. Okay, so now I can add my tape to one side. And then we can put the photo. I love this photo. I think it's like so cute of the two of them. I like that he's looking down at her. It's so sweet. So sweet. Okay. So that's going to go there. Then I'm going to add tape to the opposite side. Okay. And this is where we're going to put, because this is going to be hole punched there. So this one needs to go, it needs to back up to the photo here. So I'm just going to overlay it, and then we will pull over our foldy piece. Make sure we're all good and adhered, and then that will open it up nicely. So then I can cut this excess off the bottom. Okay. Cool. So then I feel like this is wobbly. What is wobbly here? It's definitely not straight. So let's see if we can fix that here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, there we go. We fixed it. So then I'm going to put this piece in here, and actually I'm going to use my score tape instead, just because. Oh, enjoy Harry Potter, Tracy. Enjoy it. Harry Potter series is one of my absolute favorites, and yes, enjoy it. I actually thought about this year, well, not this year, last year in October, trying to reread the Harry Potter series, and then it wasn't going to happen. I just didn't have time for it. I didn't have time for it, but it was a good idea, I thought. So, oh, thank you guys so much. How has everybody's New Year been so far? Like personally, like how has it been for you outside of like everything happening in the world? But for like you, how's your New Year going? Mine so far has been good. We have restarted schools. We're back to school again. And yesterday we went to the zoo for the first time in almost an entire year, which if you know anything about us, we love the zoo. The zoo is like our favorite place, maybe anywhere. And it doesn't just have to be our zoo. We just love zoos, period. So in 2020, prior to the pandemic, we had made the goal as a family to go to the zoo once every month. We've been members of our local zoo here, the one in Detroit. We've been members of the zoo this is our 4th year. I think. Either our 4th or our 5th year, because we just re-signed up for our year membership. And the most we have ever made it to the zoo in a year, I think, is 8 or 9 months. So last year, we were like, this is it. We're going every single month this year because it's going to be so fun. And then COVID happened in March. So we went in January and we went in February, and then COVID happened. And so we haven't been back since. So one of the awesome things about going to the zoo in the winter is, number one, there's not a lot of people there. So it's like, I think we saw like 3 groups of people there in the entire thing. And number 2, a lot of the animals are really active because they're not, like in the summer, it's really hot and they just sleep the whole time. In the winter, they're much more active. So it's really fun to go and watch them and see them. When we were there, we went yesterday. And when we were there, the lions kept roaring, which was super cool. Like we have 3 mama lions, or, female adult lions. And then we have 1 male, and there was a baby that was just born this past fall. So lots of lions, which is fun. They're all roaring. It's cool. So our goal is, once again, we are going to go to the zoo every month in 2021 and see if we can actually hit our goal this year. That's our plan. So it started yesterday, and we shall see. Okay. There we go. So we got it in there. And look at that. We did a good job where we didn't really get that little line with the cut file. Perfect. Awesome. And then this, I will attach to the other piece. And then we can hole punch that as well. So super cool. What are you guys asking? Oh my gosh, you had to get tested for COVID. That's so scary. That's so scary. I think the first person who we actually, like, who I have known since I was a very little girl, just passed away from COVID on the 2nd or the 3rd. I haven't seen him in a very long time, but they were my grandparents' best friends. And it was so sad. Just so sad. But that's the first person that we've like directly known here in Michigan. None of our immediate family members have had it, which is a blessing, like such a blessing. And I really hope it stays that way. So, and hopefully the ones who can get a vaccine soon can get a vaccine soon. So there's that. Oh no, your brother-in-law. I'm so sorry, Lisa. Hopefully, hopefully it will not be severe. That's always the hope, is that it won't be severe. But yeah, it's so crazy. Everything's just so crazy. Okay, so we've got, I thought I saw, somebody said 1/8 or 1/4. So the tape that I'm using is 1/8. I actually have both. I like both of them. And I don't really have a great rhyme or reason as to why I pick one size over the other, except for when I'm doing pockets. The 1/8 of an inch gives me a lot more space to fit things in versus the 1/4. Sometimes I like to use the 1/4 when I am creating traveler's notebooks because I feel more secure that my pages are going to stay in the book. But other than that, I don't really have a real reason why I choose 1/8 or 1/4. It's just whatever I can grab at the time. Okay, so I'm sticking this down on top of the photo from the last day, which is here. And then we will hole punch this, and then it can go inside, and then I will cut out those pieces, and this can go inside the album. It will be good. I can't either. On call tonight. Oh, well, thanks for popping in for a little bit. I hope you have a good rest of your day at work. Stay safe. And yeah, thank you for coming. and hanging out. I've been looking forward to this, so it's so nice. It's always so nice to come back to hanging out with all of you guys. I enjoy it so much. Okay, so we've got it. So now I just need to cut my slits in here, and then we'll be able to put this in to the album. So for Christmas, my husband got me, no, it wasn't my husband, Santa got me some Tim Holtz scissors, and they are really nice. I want to get the ones that have the longer blades too, because I really, I mean, they cut like butter. They're awesome. So I still use all of my scissors. Like I have my Cutter Bee Precision scissors, which are what I use when I do cut files like this. And then I have my normal regular scissors that I use just because they're long. I feel like if I had the long ones of these, I probably wouldn't use those anymore, but I don't know. Yeah. Traveler's notebooks. Oh yeah. I love working in Traveler's notebooks. I love it. My favorite thing to do in them is to make travel albums, or albums that I give away to people for gifts. And a lot of times I just make them myself, which is fun. So I just take like copy paper and make that my template for, okay, let's get this on here. Make that my template for the, there we go. Oh yeah, that works. For the, what am I trying to say? The pages themselves, but then I actually make completely different pages, and this one right here, and maybe I need to angle these a little bit more. Okay, I think that might be better. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Okay, let's just do. That might help with that. Okay. So I just want it to come off nicely. Nope, I'm just gonna angle them all. So that way it doesn't hit the corners and bend them. Okay. I really like the way this candy cane stripe looks on here. That turned out really cute. Help just give a pop of color. Okay, I think that will solve that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that much better. Okay. So, last but not least, we're going to stick on this little chipboard piece that's super cute. So I like that. Bucket list. Where's bucket list? Go hug everyone. I'm going to go hug everyone too, Caleb. I feel the same way. I did not get a mega date stamp. I did not. Which is okay. I'm debating on, and it's funny because I've actually debated getting the mega date stamp for like a couple years, and I've just never pulled the trigger on it. And so I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I really like the big dates. Like I like the way it looks with the bigger dates. So I might just see if I can get, like I know scrapbook.com has a stamp set that looks like the mega date stamp, but it's actually like plastic acrylic pieces. So I'm considering maybe just getting that and pretending like I have one. I don't know. I think like after Christmas, now that it's after Christmas, I'm still working on Christmas. So I've still got all of my Christmas stuff out, and I think I'm starting to feel a little like claustrophobia, like I need to get rid of things. I'm gonna see if I can just like glue this on here. I don't know if that will work. We'll find out. So I don't have to string it on there. Let's just try this, see what happens. We'll let it sit there a minute. I don't think that's gonna work. Darn it. I just wanted to like not have to, well, maybe it will work. We're gonna give this a second. Anyway, so like more stuff just feels overwhelming. No, it's not gonna work. Okay. Boo. So I guess we'll try something different here. Full-blown Christmas. Yeah. Yes. So much of it. Okay. I'm excited to get this done. This little album. and then to be able to move on to some like January stuff. I'm switching my project life this year to a 9x12 instead of a 12x12. And every time I say that, it makes me feel a little nervous because I've been doing 12x12 for 3 years now. And so I feel like I've got my system down. Like I know what I'm doing. Darn it. But I just think that a 9x12 feels better to like flip through. When you take out a 12x12 to look through all the pages, it's just a lot. It just feels really big and overwhelming. Okay, I'm gonna need a different piece of this. Although, what if I just like, maybe this would be stupid. We'll find out. No, it needs to be a bow. It needs to be a bow. I don't like it like this. So, anyway, I just feel like a 9x12 is like more comfortable to flip through. And ultimately, I want my albums to be flipped through and looked at. So we're going to switch it up and see what happens. And if I can find a system with a 9x12 too. You order both sizes, yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, my clutter threshold, Kelly, is very small. Like it was very, like I can't, or very short, I don't know. Like I can't stand too much of it. So I have the itch. Like I had been talking prior to December that like I want to go through all of my stuff and get rid of like half of it. I do. Part of that is because with being on design teams and things like that, like there's always product coming in. So, you know, I want to actually use it, or if I don't use it, that means I don't necessarily love it. So then it's got to go. Come on. Pull through this tiny little hole. Arrgh. Okay, we're going to get there. I promise. There we go. Okay, here we go. We got lots to work with now. Now my bow can work. Doing PL for the first time this year. Project Life is one of my favorite projects of the year. And I know it's like, it gets repetitive sometimes, but there are ways around that, I think. One of the things I love to do with Project Life is to use things like story kits, and they don't have to be story kits. Like it doesn't have to be Allie Edwards. But if you have product that has sort of themed sentiments on it, to try and use those to tell your stories, even if they are the same story that you're telling every single week, you can still tell them from different perspectives, right? So like an example, you know, we'll probably, I'm crushing the kindness kit this month, which I'll talk about that here in a second too. So I'm crushing kindness this month, and you know, we are going to probably be telling some school stories about being in school again, because school started again, and telling the stories about our school day from the perspective of kindness is going to be different than telling the perspective of a school day from the lens of learn, or from the lens of, I don't know, cozy. Like, you can tell the same stories, but by putting a different lens on it, you're going to get some different results in your storytelling, or, you know, more details or just differences. And I think that that is really cool. So I feel like I never have trouble coming up with what stories to tell in Project Life. Usually what I have to do is edit them down. and I already had to edit them down in my 12x12. So that is probably the reason I feel nervous, is I feel like, well, what if I can't tell all of the stories I want to tell, or, you know, get all of the details I want to tell in there. But I do also do story albums, and that helps to give me more details and stuff too. So, you know, that's what I tell myself, like, it'll be fine. You don't have to tell every story, it'll be fine. The story kits are my favorite. I love them because they are what gets me to figure out these different ways to tell the same story. And so I just love them. Okay, there we go. So there's day 17. That turned out really cute. I think it's, yeah, super cute with all of that. Okay, So the next page over is going to be super fast because it's just going to be putting photos on tags, and that's it. So this page here for story number 18 was one that I actually did as a foundation page for this book. It's the only foundation page I did for this 3x8. And the reason for that is because I am using a lot of the Future Craft product in this album, and I needed something that I could use for my design team project. So I just created this ahead of time. So this is all made from Future Craft. This was a stamp that I used to make my own background. This is one of the cards that I cut down. This little wood veneer piece is from Color Cast Designs, and I just had some like glitter things, so I added that there. I had these craft tags already. These are from Hobby Lobby, and I've had them for years. And then I used one of the stamps, Mary, and embossed it in white, and then just added the journaling onto it. So this is a story I told in my album as well. I do it every year. I just come up with a list of questions to ask, usually geared towards like thinking about the year as a whole or things about the Christmas season. And then I ask everybody in the family the same questions. Everybody gets a selfie picture or a headshot picture, and it goes on the back, and then that is it. So it's just a way to you know, remember these little details about our lives in the years to come. So yeah. Monthly project life. Yes. So here's the funny thing, Millie. So a lot of people have switched to monthly, right? Because it's a lower impact to do it monthly. But that is something I don't think I will ever switch to monthly, because I am a person that thrives off of routine. I need things to be structured and routine. And I feel like if I switch to monthly, that I most likely wouldn't do it. Like I would forget and get behind, and then, you know, all these things. So it's one of those things where I feel a little bit of the FOMO, but I also know myself, and I know that I do better when I'm consistent and routine. But I do love the idea. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I love the idea of monthly. Okay, so there is one. So this is Caitlin's. Then we've got Alex, who has the most wild hair. So Alex and my husband are identical twins, but they have completely different hair. It's so funny because we never realized it until they started growing it out in COVID season. So my husband's hair is more like, it's wavier. It's a little bit heavier, I want to say. And Alex, his brother, has like really fluffy hair. So they both have curly, but just one has like tighter curls than the other. It's so funny. Caitlin, I love that that's the context of your photo. I didn't even know that. I was like, I know you're in your office at work because I can tell that. But I didn't know that that's what it was. That's so funny. Yes, Janelle, exactly. That's kind of, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I know that I would fail at monthly. I love the idea of it. I love the idea of it. And I love, like, if you guys ever watch any of Allie's process videos or have taken any of her like story kit classes, she will often add some of those stories. Like I have a specific album for them, a story album. And she will add the stories into her project life with the other stuff. And I'm like, that's such a cool idea. And then I think about it and I'm like, yeah, I know I would fail at monthly. I just know it. And I would feel very discouraged. So I don't do it. However, I will say that I started Project Life, like documenting with Project Life, when I was pregnant with my son. So it would have been 2018 was when I started. And my 2018 album has like 3 weeks in it done, and that's it. Because I started doing it and I was like, you know what? I actually want to go back in time and do the years from when Isabella was born, because I would really I'm like, I would hate for my kids to get older and to be like, oh, look, we've got all of Jonah's baby stories in here, but none of Izzy's. Like, I don't have anything for Izzy before she was the age of 4. So I went back in time and I did a Project Life album monthly for 2015 and 2016. So I have 2015 and 16 are done. Now this year, my goal is to finish 2017, which I am also going to be doing monthly, because I didn't take pictures back then. I have no pictures whatsoever, and it's so sad. And there's Mabel. So we got Caitlin, Alex, Mabel. Anyway, so yeah, my goal is to do my 2017 album. I will probably film, not probably, I'm planning to film the process videos for it. What I don't know is if I will put those, I'm not sure where I'm going to give those a home. Like, if I'm debating on making those available through the Mighty Network, just as like a bonus material from Mighty Network, which is a free thing. Mighty Network is kind of like being in a Facebook group, except it's not Facebook and there's no advertisements, and you know, it's just kind of like a crafty space for friends all the time. So I'm debating putting it in there, or putting it on here. I don't know. Regardless, it'll be on YouTube. It's just going to be like, you know, what do I want to do? Because I'm trying to think of something to do this year to make the Mighty Network a little bit more special. So we'll see. Okay, so there is my spread here, right? So I've got Mary, so the Mary stuff. We've got the tags. I tied it a little bit loosely so you can actually flip, you know, you can turn and flip and look and see all the things. Yeah, so it's good. We got our number 18. And that is it for this one. This was an easy one because the hard work was already done, which is the beauty of foundation pages, right? The hard stuff is done. They don't match what's happening. Oh, I see. So a lot of times, Millie, when I am using story lenses for my Project Life, I usually have decided on that ahead of time. So I know, like, for instance, kindness. My plan is to use the kindness kit for the very last week of January / beginning of February. So like the very end of it there. So what I'm going to do is when I go through my week, I'm going to try and pay attention to where I see kindness throughout the week. And so that's going to lead my stories. So for me, that's, you know, that's how it works. Plus, most of our stuff is really mundane and the same always. So it also helps with that. Okay, so next we're on to day 19. For this one, I need to clean some of this off. This is going to kill me. So let me clean some of this stuff off. While I tell you about this prompt. So for this story, I had Caitlin, actually I want to keep that. I had Caitlin, I gave her the prompt of telling me a story about her dad. Because I love the idea of including, whether it's voices, right? Because sometimes including other voices is great, where you could say like, hey, Mom, can you write a letter to my kid about something about them right now? And that would be a way to include another voice. But I also love including stories about other people, whether that's, you know, a grandparent or a parent or anything like that. I think it's really special to not only capture our own stories, but also things that we see or experience with other people that we want to remember for years to come. So I had Caitlin write me a story about her dad. And she had Alex, my brother-in-law, write a story about his dad as well. So what I'm going to do, I already have some of this pre-thought out, is I actually need a piece of cardstock. So I need one cut to this size since it's going on the back. So let me grab that. Totally opposite. Yep. It works for me. I am somebody, Millie, who works best when I have a plan and there aren't as many surprises. I don't know. So I will typically like set up my plan for the next month. Whoops. My calendar, which helps me also figure out what videos to create and that sort of thing too. But I also figure out ahead of time, like each week for Project Life, which kit I want to use. Sometimes that is, very like seasonal time based, right? So like the first full week of every month, I work with an Allie Edwards Stories by the Month kit because it always has sentiments like January memories or January looked like this or whatever. So it just gives me an idea of like, yes, this is going to be the first one I do. When we got the kit from Feed Your Craft, it's called What a Year. And when I went through that and like project planned it and saw all these sentiments for end of the year stuff, I was like, this is going to be my last spread for sure. Like I already know ahead of time, yep, you're going to week 52. And then I just fill in the rest from there. This has plastic. Yep. Okay. So I've got a piece of plain paper. I've got a transparency here. So this is just, like transparency material, plastic material that I cut down to the page protector size. So we're going to have these two pieces. My idea is to create two envelopes that I'm going to add onto the transparency. And inside of those will be the stories that they told about their dads. So those are going to be concealed in there. Then I've got two small photos that I'm going to add wherever the holes won't reach it. And I'm going to stamp a sentiments, what did I say? Love you. I'm going to stamp love you on the side and do some things. So let's do the envelope page first so we can get all this stuff out of here. Yeah, and you know what's awesome about it, Millie, too, is it helps you also to make sure to use the things that you really want to use. Something on me here, which is something I love about it. Okay, what do we got? So my envelope is 3 by 3.5. So I pre-cut these, which these are 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. This is an envelope punch board from We Are Memory Keepers. And I'm just going to come over to my measurements, and this is 3 inches by 3.5 inches. Yep, so I need to punch it at 2 5/8, which I'm going to need my tool here. So 2 5/8 is here. So, hello, Corrine. Welcome. You did make it. We are still going. I'm about halfway on my stuff. Yes, I totally agree with that. That by going through your cards, right? If you go through your cards and you see like, I really like this card and I really like this sentiment, it does sometimes help me as well. Whoops. To think ahead of time of like taking pictures of myself in order to get myself into my albums as well, which is so important. It's so important to put you in your stories. Okay, I feel like this isn't scored very good. Okay, there we go. And one more. Sometimes I think like, because I am very much story focused when it comes to scrapbooking, but a lot of times product will help to trigger those stories. So product is not my main reason for scrapbooking a story, if that makes sense. Like, the product is not the most important part. Even sometimes the photos aren't the most important part. It's the actual, for me, I love writing. I just love to write. So for me, the words are the most important part. Sometimes the photos too, you know, if there are photos to go with it, then photos too, but I have no problem in doing a spread with no photos. But yeah, using the product to help trigger those and figure out what you can tell from it, it just helps. Like, one time we had a card from Feed Your Craft that was so, it just reminded me of like something really retro, which made me think about staying at a hotel as like a teenager in, darn it, I just did those on the wrong one. In the, it wasn't the Bahamas. Where did we go? We went to, it'll be fine. We went to Dominican Republic when I was a kid, or a teenager, and it reminded me of that. And so just having like the style of the card, the sentiment was like, wish you were here, or something like that. And it just made me think about this thing that we did when I was a teenager. So I used that kit and told that story because it came to mind, which I think is super cool. Yeah, thanks, Millie. Thanks, I know, I do that all the time, but it's okay, it'll be fine. It'll be covered up because, well, it might not be covered up. It'll be fine. I'll live, I guess. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I could, how dumb would that look if I did it that way? No, I'll do it this way. I'll do it the way you're supposed to. Okay, so let me get a spare piece of paper and my tape runner. I love that. Yeah. Oh, where am I at? This side. Yes. Okay, so we're going to put these guys together. Put this guy up, which I actually want to clip some of that off so that we've got a straighter edge. That is not straight. Straightish. Cool. Good enough. And we'll call that good. So there is pocket number 1. So these are going to open to the side, and that's fine. Okay, let's see how I can fix this, boo-boo. Well, that will get cut off and this will get covered, so no big deal. It's fine. Hello, welcome. Yeah, you made it. We're still going. I still got a few more pages to go on getting this album finished up. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this to be like fully done and then to deliver it to its recipient and just to see their face as they look through it all. That'll be the best. It's fine. Okay. So these are so cute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the good old Velcro thing. So I don't have to worry about them opening up and not staying closed. So we need, I've got like string on here. Get out of here, string. From all the sewing this season. Okay, so I'm going to get 2 of these softy ones, and we're going to get 2 of the other ones, 2 of the hooks and 2 of the loops. Okay, and let's add them on here. So I'm going to put it in the point and then pop it down, put it in the point, pop it down. That way we know that they are aligned. Okay, so now I can just add this to the plastic part. I don't even remember what I was going to do on the back side of that. I don't think I have any plans for the back side of the transparency. So we'll see if we can find something to put back there. Okay, put that away. So we've got this transparency. We need to punch it. So let me get my guide somewhere in here. Come here. Well, where are you at? Or not. Okay, I guess we'll just use this one. It's fine. All right, so we're going to get this all. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I just set this thing up. I don't know if any of you guys do that. I just set it up, align it, and then squeeze it. We're good. Okay. There we go. It just helps me get it all positioned. Okay, so now we've got this plastic piece. So my idea is to put these on here like so. Actually, it's probably better that they open to the side anyway. No Joann's in Canada. What is that? Blank slate. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use just my score tape again because I don't have any more red line tape. So we're just going to do it this way. And then this is why I'm like, I might need to come up with something to put on the back because I didn't think about that, which is fine. Michael's, Joann's. You guys talking about the, oh, Velcro closures. Yes. So you can also find them on Amazon too. If, I'm trying to think if I've got a link to them anywhere. I definitely don't on this video. But I did find them on Amazon. They're the brand Velcro, and they are 3/8 of an inch. So they're just really tiny, 3/8 of an inch. I think this one came with 56 of them. But I've used a lot of them, and I've also had them a long time, but they're great. They're a great supply for things like that you want to stay closed, but you know, you also want the ability to open it up too. Okay. Oops. All right, so thinking polka dots can go up at the top. Maybe I'll position this one on here so we know distance wise, and I also need my handy dandy whatever these are, tweezers. Okay, so I think that's probably good right there. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. I originally had considered making these have hole punches in them, like making them a little bit bigger and then adding hole punches, but I really liked the idea of sticking them on here, having them be just a tiny bit smaller, sticking them on here because the patterns that I liked the best, I only had a 6x6 page of. So this way I could use the colors I really liked and, you know, not have to worry about it. So this is going to go in this side. Like so, and then the letters or the notes will go inside. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is maybe add 1 of each number, because this is day 19. So I might add the 1 and the 9 on those pockets. We'll see as we get going here. So next, so this is the one about my brother-in-law's dad, so my father-in-law. And I think I'm just going to score it at how wide. So, oh, because you can go in this way. All right, so let's put you at about 3.5 inches. Should be good. It's not. So this is actually, both of these papers are old. They are from a company called My Mind's Eye. I think I got them off of scrapbook.com. And they were from 2019, I think. 2019? No, 2018. 2018. So they're quite a bit old, but I really like them. Oh yeah, and then that's perfectly in half. Yay. Okay. So there's that one. So that can be this envelope. And then this one, I am thinking about, because you are what, 3.5, and then 6, no, 7. And then there's like a little piece left. 3.5 and 7. So let's do the same. Yes. So we'll go 3.5 and 7. I won't need that right now. Put that down. Okay, so fold it kind of both ways, I think. Oh, you're totally fine. Hello. I'm so glad. I love that you guys like pop in and pop out. I think that's so fun. That's what I do when I watch live videos too. I love watching Heba's on Sundays when I get the chance. Sometimes our Sundays are like so wild, and then the time of her live like comes and goes, and I totally have forgotten about it, you know? It happens. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm doing here. But I do it too, like where it's like you pop in and you pop out when you can, you know? Okay, so I think this, I'm just gonna get this taped together. That way this is all in one big piece instead of 2 separate pieces, which was what I had intended too, so that way it works. Okay, so we've got that and that. Get these put together. So this is another case where the story ended up being really long and I didn't want to exclude any of it. So I just found a way to get it all in. Wait. Yep. Okay, that's the beginning. Okay, so we're going to add this one into the pocket here. And that gives us our 2 dad stories. Just going to bulk this up a bit, but that's okay. This is day 19, so we're kind of getting there. That's also why I have not, there's a page back here that I have not, this one right here where I have not taped it down yet in case I need to move this to the other album. So, and then I can have more room. Okay, so that is the envelope part. So let's do this other part now. So this, my plan is to stamp out a title, which I'm going to use my very favorite alpha stamp of the season, which is the Allie Edwards December Daily Alpha. I kind of like this. Then I need to clear some of this other stuff off so I can see what's in front of me. This I'm going to move so we don't get it accidentally inked or something. Okay. And then I'm going to pull my inks out. Whoops. My, what you call it, thing. Okay, so this I'm going to do in red. So I'm going to use my Close to My Heart Candy Apple Red. And I want to just stamp Love You on the edge. That's all I want. Also, I might as well hole punch this. That way, we'll use this as a template. That way we can see if the photos or anything's going to interfere with the holes. I try to remember to always do that first if I can. Are you all the way down? I feel like you're not. Nope. Okay. So then you need to go all the way down. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. Oop, shoot. It's a tight fit, but we made it. All right. Okay. So I can put this back. This is what it's going to go on the back of, is this. So just keep that in there. All right. So yes, we want to make sure about that. So we've got the holes are going to be on this side of the page. I've got these 2 photos. So it's one of each of their dads. That I want to put somewhere around there. They might need to be trimmed a little, but they might not. So we could potentially be totally fine. I tried to make sure. I tried to make sure that these were skinny enough to fit words along the edge. So let's find out. Love you. Y-O-U. You. Kelly, I'm a night scrapper too, for sure. Where I scrapbook when everybody's in bed. I'm trying to like, it's so hard. It's hard to stop because I'm a night owl, so I really like get my juices going at night. Hello, V. But I'm trying to start going to bed at a more decent time, especially now that December is over. Because going to bed at a decent time just wasn't going to happen when December daily was happening, which was something I knew ahead of time. Like I already knew that was going to be how it was going to be. So my thought is to do that. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I think that will be really pretty. So let's get my stamps, and everything was measured out just right. So bonus points. Okay. So I'm going to get out my stamp mat or stamp pad. This is just like a foam pad. If you're looking for something like this, I've also heard that using a mouse pad is a really great option. Or if you have a MISTI tool, I don't have a MISTI, but I've heard that there's a piece in there that you can use as a stamp pad. It's just foam, and it just helps to make your stamp impressions a little bit more consistent, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, Caitlin, okay, you guys, so Caitlin is Caitlin is my sister-in-law, and that's who is getting this album. So, like, these are her stories. So Caitlin just turned 30 on the 4th, so like 3 days ago, right? Is that 3 days ago now? Yes, I think so. So she just turned 30, which is a big number, and she had to celebrate her 30th birthday at home because there's a pandemic. So I thought it would be really fun, and she's been talking about wanting to get into scrapbooking. So I was like, hey, what project do you want to do first? And she chose, this has something on it. She chose One Little Word. So for her birthday, I got her some One Little Word stuff so that she can start scrapbooking. And she's already gotten she's gotten mixed media out. And what did you do? Like alcohol inks and like all this stuff. I was so impressed. So impressed with that. Because that would not have been me. You did a great job. So I'm really excited to like see how Caitlin does. Caitlin is, she has a degree in art. So she is an artist. So it's really fun to see like the differences. I don't know. I love just seeing the difference in everybody's art forms and art expressions, I should say. I think it's so, I love it. So anyway, very impressed. So the cloth that I'm using is called a stamp chamois. However, I just got for my birthday a new cloth. I feel like there's something on this one too. They all have hair on them. Yeah, what is this? Get off of there. Okay, so let me show you what I just got because it's a way better bang for your buck. I think it's sitting on here. Okay, it is this. It's from Amazon. It's called the Absorber. And for here, they show it as like a cloth for cleaning your car, but it's basically the exact same thing as this. So this is a material that absorbs water and you can wring it out, but then it stays damp, which is awesome. The Absorber does the exact same thing. It's funny because when I was in high school, I was actually on our diving team. So think like swimming and diving. I was a diver, and when you are a diver, you are constantly getting inside and outside. Yeah, Heba totally made me do it. You're so right. Anyway, you're constantly getting inside and outside of the water, and that will make you get cold really fast. So those towels, those absorber towels, are what we would get to dry ourselves off with. So you'd like get out of the pool and grab this giant absorber thing and then like wipe it all over yourself to get all of the liquid off of you. And then just wait your turn and go dive again and do it all over again. And it was cool because it would get super wet, but then you could just wring it out and it would be practically dry again, but still a little damp, you know? So it's funny because I never even thought about those until I saw Heba using them. And I was like, oh my God, like we used to get those when I was a diver. And that makes total sense that you would use it for this too. It's the exact same material and way better for, yes. They're amazing for things like swimming and diving. Like they're perfect. So yeah, they're awesome for stamps too, because you just clean them off. Like this is nasty and needs to be thrown away. Soon it will, and then I will use this. And these ones are super big. Like this is, I wonder if it tells me the dimensions. They're really big. They are 3 feet square. So that is quite the size difference. So you can take these and just cut them into these smaller sizes, and then you'll have it like forever, basically. So that's what I got. I got that for my birthday this year. So excited. Okay, so we will carry on here. I can tell I've used these stamps a lot because they don't, yeah, steal it, do it. Anyway, because they're not inking up as easily because I've used them so many times. But that's okay. I also like heat embossed glitter stuff right next to them, so they all have glitter on them too. But that's okay. I don't need this anymore, or this. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Almost there. Love you. And when you stamp these too, they like scrunch up more, which is fine. But they do. So be aware. Okay. O and U L. Yeah. Yeah, these ones are really nice. These are called, they're the Close to My Heart ink pads, and they are really nice because they're just magnetic. So they open easily, they close easily, they stay closed. Like I store mine standing upright. And it just makes it easy. So like they just, you know, they just magnetic close. They're really nice. I have 3. I have a red, a green, and a black. And they've been really good. Okay, so that's scrunched up quite a bit, which is fine. We'll figure this out. So we've got photo 1, photo 2. I'm thinking about putting this there, and then I might want something on the bottom, like maybe, let me bring this over so I can see what this is going to look like all next to each other. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe, like if I did black and white. I kind of like that. I think that's probably fine. The other option I could do is maybe some of this candy stripe. What would you look like? Put you to the side here. So if we've got candy stripe, maybe I'll do candy stripe actually because, oh, I only have this much left of it. That's okay. Because I don't have any black anywhere else, so we'll just save this for another time. Okay. So let's get you on here, and these photos, and then this, well, then this needs 19, and then that'll be done. So here we go. I like that suggestion. Just go cut a piece off of it. He'll never know. Go get yourself a piece and leave the rest for him. Love it. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll add these right now. Why not? Maybe like right there. Yep. And some green, small, like to add to the flower. Ooh, I don't know if I do. I could probably look in my, not in there, maybe something from this. Maybe something in here, because yeah, there is no green on this other side. So, because we can cut off this, we can actually see what we're working with here. Okay. I had originally thought about putting this one in here, but there's no blue. So that was a no. And then this doesn't quite, it's like a little bit too big. Okay, let's see what I have in this little jar. If I got anything new. Some stuff I have ended up putting back in here throughout the month, so maybe. So that is a good suggestion. You know what, I could probably, better idea than all this. Get back in there. So that I'm not going to use, and that I'm not going to use. Okay, so I have another idea actually, and that is my sticker sheet. Where are you? So I'm like, I have this sticker sheet and I have this one. Okay, so we could, and let me get my numbers too, so I can find a 19. So I'm thinking for the 19 that I want maybe a 1 and a 9. Move some things here. Okay, so I'm thinking I might do like a 1 and a 9, which, do I have a 9 in the big, or did I use it? I used it. Okay, so I couldn't do that, but these are so thick though, but these are cute. Theirs are so thick, so I don't know about that. Let's see here. Let's see, so I've got that one. Whoops, there flies a 2. And none of those. And none of those. Okay. Okay, and the 9, I could do what I've already got. Do I have the skinny wood? Which I guess the 6 would work too, right? If I have the skinny wood 6, we'll see if I do. Because I definitely don't have the 9, so that's a no. Let's check the 6. I do, so. Okay, so we could. I need scraps from this. I used to have, what did I do with that? I probably donated it to something. I used to have a fussy cut piece. I don't know what I did with it. Oops, you guys need to go back. Okay, or actually do have this. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find something real quick. All right. So I'm like, I do actually have this one that I could put there. And then I could do something different over here. You know what I could maybe do? Here's an idea that could bring that green over. Is what if I took some... What if I took some twine, right? That's got like the green. Because I do have a green and white twine. You like them right here? Okay. Well, that's good. I like that. Oh, I have this one too, which kind of brings in all the colors. So what I could do, let's put all that to the side here. And then these I could put like one there and then something there. So what I'm thinking is, actually maybe I could do it down here. Right? Or actually maybe I do want it up here. I don't know, I could tie something here. Little green sticker that is straight, that might work. Is I've got like this gift one. Right, and I could put something over here too, right? Like the bird. Well, the bird's blue. Yeah, because I've also got like the little home. This one's really cute. But I'm like, what if, let's just toy with this idea here a minute. And like, what if we just pretended here for a moment that the thread is what held it together, even though it doesn't. Right? This might not be cool, but never know until you try. So I'm like, what if we went like this, cut those off. That would give me some of that green and white over here. Green and red, I mean. So we could do that. And then this side, maybe we do the flower there. And maybe this guy up here. I kind of like that. Beside wreath on, beside the wreath. Okay. Oh, like this one, the little jolly. That could go in there too. That would be super cute. One in the diner there. Kaylin, you should. You should. Seriously. Your stuff is so good for the fact that, like, you literally just got that stuff out of the box for the first time. Like, I was like, are you serious? She's already doing that? I couldn't believe it. Okay, so I'm putting this here because I think that's cute. And then I kind of like this right here. Like that. So we got this bee jolly. Got some texture going on. We got some things over here. And we'll call that good. There's day 19. I think that turned out really cute, actually. So thank you for your suggestions, everybody. Everyone's Instagram, see all of your spreads. Caitlin, you just need to, like, go to, well, I probably don't even have everybody. I'm the worst. I need to, like, go and look a bunch of people up, too, because I know I don't have everyone. But yes, I agree with you. We need to get everybody's Instagrams. Okay, so. Oh, I'm glad you like it like that. I think it turned out really cute. So that works for me. That was making it up as we went, and that was fun. Okay, so let's clear some stuff out of here again. For the next one, where do we have? We're at 8:30. Okay, it's not so bad. I think we might be able to get these all done. These ones are all a little bit more a little bit more interactive and stuff than the ones I did, I think, for like part 2. Because I got a ton done on the last one, but they were all a little bit easier to do. Okay, so we're going to smush all this stuff back in here, all these twines and ribbons and stuff. Okay, back you go. In. Okay, and then we can grab over the next thing. Let's move this out of the way too. Helps me to stay on top of what I actually wanted to use for these different spreads. Okay, so that is that. So for the next one, we are documenting movies watched. So what I decided to do, which Caitlin, I don't think I ever even printed off the rest of them. So I might actually have to do this next time. We'll see. We can probably get some of it done, and then the rest of it I'll have to finish next time. So what I did is I added her journaling to a 3x8, which is just going to go in a page protector. And then I printed this off, which is that same cut file I used for mine. So it is the viewfinder, but I made it a lot bigger because what I want to do is attach it to, like, I want to put holes in it here and just have it be in this. So it's going to be half. Now the words I'm going to cover up with something. So you won't see words here, you'll just see the photos. So, all right, so that is gonna go off to the side for now. So what I did is I've got, actually, I wonder if I could put, you know what, we can make this work. We're gonna make it work because I'm gonna add those in there for fun. So we're gonna make this work. So I printed off photos of 5 movies. 5 movies that they have watched this season. So I am going to add adhesive to the back side, to the back side of these so that we can just set them down on top of the photo to attach it. It's the easiest way I've found to get these photos in here. So we'll do, you're gonna have a hole punch. So let's do this one since the hole punch will be probably up here maybe. It's a little bit too big, so let's just trim it down. Good enough. Okay, so that's our Jingle Bell Bride. Then we've got, I'm thinking this can be like one of those, maybe. Okay, actually, maybe I'll do another one of these. So what goes on the bottom? What's gonna have the most space for punching into? On the bottom, I think it's gonna be this one. The ones that we didn't care as much for. So I printed off photos for 2 of the Hallmark movies that we watched together as a group, and then 3 of their favorite movies that they've watched this season is what we have on here. So this is going to be the top, this is going to be the bottom. So we can just stick that on there and trim this off. The viewfinder is like probably one of my all-time favorite cut files in the whole world. I love it because it's pretty easy to back it. It's a great way to document movies because we generally have a lot of movies that we're watching, especially this time of year. So I'm thinking, let me give myself a moment here, actually. So we'll do it like that, and then I've got some kind of embellishment in one of them, some kind of embellishment in the other one. That'll be good enough for me. So it's just a great way to add a lot of photos in a fun, creative way. So I use them a lot. I know it. It's like the thing I do to repeat myself is use viewfinders. But I love them, so why not? Oh, good. Well, I'm super glad that you are excited to have it in your album too, Caitlin, because, yeah. I guess it's one of those, like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, it works. I like it. Have a hair in it. Good, there, hair. Okay, and Klaus. So that gives us all of our movies. This is poking in a little bit over here. So we'll just trim that a tiny bit. Nope, not enough. There we go. And this one over here, just to make sure that we don't, I should probably use like actually pointy scissors. Okay, let's trim off that little corner. Okay, that didn't even work. I want you to be trimmed off. Okay. Okay, so that gives me those. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to adhere the two pieces together. Actually, I'm gonna need some cardstock in there, actually. So let me just, because to stick down an embellishment, I need something to stick it onto. It doesn't work if it's a hole. So the ones we watched together, we did 2 Hallmark movies that we watched over Zoom. So like we would mute ourselves when the movie was playing, essentially. That's going to be too small. And then when the commercials came on, because we were watching them like on regular TV, basically, then we would unmute ourselves and talk about what was happening. It was so fun. We watched the Jingle Bell Bride as a group, and then we watched Holidate, I think is what it was called. Holidate, I'm pretty sure, as a group. So, and it was really fun. We had a really good time. It was nice because Hallmark movies have always been kind of a tradition for my family. And because of the year, you know, we couldn't be together to watch them. So it was fun to find a different way to do it this year. Okay, so let me get some paper that I can get tape on. They were so fun. Like, and I feel like even in the future, when we can like go visit each other, we still will probably do Hallmark Zoom movies because it was so fun. Like we got, for one of them, it was Caitlin and Alex, and then my sister Haley and her fiance, my husband and I, and then my parents. So we were all on there at the same time watching the same movie, and it was so much fun. I shouldn't have put that tape that high. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Well, I can rub it off. It'll be fine. Got carried away there for a second. Okay, so this I just want to line up here. I should have put tape on this one. I don't know what I was thinking. So, let's just get rid of that stuff. Okay. It's fine. So, yes, what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to find some pattern paper maybe and do like a 3-inch circle punch that can cover this part right here. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Darn it, I do this kind of stuff all the time. I feel like I'm always, like on every live, I have to rub tape off of something. Every time. It's okay. Okay, there we go. We're all clean now. So we've got our movies. So this, I'm thinking like the fa la la can go here because that's cute. Maybe the little bell can go here because that's cute. Looks good. Okay. All right, so what we'll do then is let's get my paper, I think from down here. So we need, actually I should probably do it this way. So if we've got the back side of this, and this is going to be trimmed down so that it's all even. Okay. All right, so we've got that trimmed. So this is basically going to go right here with this behind it, like that. So if we've got it like that, this is the opposite side. So do we have any cards that would be cute on the back side to go with it? I live in a Hallmark movie, yes. You do, Caleb. You do live in a Hallmark movie. You guys are awesome. Ooh, like that could be cute. Feeling festive. These are all just pieces. No. No. I don't really need anything with like journaling space. So that's fine. Twinkle for some white space maybe. What else we got? Ho ho ho. This is a different ho ho ho. That one's kind of cute. Presents, bah humbug. Jingle bells. Okay. So I think one of those will suffice. Okay. I agree that having it bigger makes it easier to see what the pictures are. That's for sure. Yes. Okay, so ooh, I could do it like that, and then I can put something here. That would be cute. Let's do it. So you are just under 4 by 3 is great. So where is my trimmer? There we go. Okay, so, and then that will help me determine what color to do for my circle piece. So I'm thinking, let's grab out a bunch of these. Okay, so I'm thinking we could do, let's bring this back over here. Okay, so we've got the greens, we've got the yellows. I could do a red candy cane. Not the tree. I don't really feel the polka dot either. Okay. Let's, any of these? No, 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 no. Got blues, but no blue, no. And no. So far, I kind of like the candy cane. Yeah, none of this. These are all like very much icon based. Yep, no. Let's try the candy cane, see what we think of that. Let's just cut it out, give it a try. What is this? The pink's kind of cute too, though. Okay, so maybe we'll try both of those. Let me grab my punch. Okay. So I'm hopeful. How about instead of hopeful, let's be sure. It's probably a smarter way to do this. Yeah, so a 3-inch punch is not going to cut it. So I'm likely going to have to do this later and just have my silhouette cut it. Because this is going to be what? Definitely not 3. So I'm going to need to cut a 4-inch circle is what I need. So I'll probably do a 4-inch circle, and maybe I'll do one of each of these, although that's kind of cute. Ooh, I really kind of like that, although then it's white on white. So I'm thinking I will cut one of each of these and do, well, no, because I can do half and half. So I really like this. So I'm thinking I'll do this, and then it will be the same on the back. And then this, what I did on mine is I wrote down the dates of when we watched the movies, and that's totally what they could do too, is write down the dates, and then I can add 2 additional little things into those. Like I could grab this out and put on here, like, where are we at? Like I could do this wreath, would be cute. Why not? I've been hoarding this, so why not? Let's just do it. So we'll put a wreath here. And maybe like the little stocking, because that's cute too. The little stocking. So then they can write the dates on there for when they actually watch the movies, and then that'll be that. So it'll cover it all in. We'll have this half circle on the back, which will be good. This I just need to trim down a tiny bit. This one also a tiny bit. This is going to go inside, which what I could do here, since it's not really dependent on the, it's not really dependent on the circle being done. Like I can go ahead and punch this and put it in. It just won't look pretty until I get the rest of it done. So that will go right in there. And then once I get this circle on there, it'll fill it in. So it'll all look good. And then I need a page protector. So where did those go? Over here. So here's a page protector for this to go in. Okay. I might actually. No, because none of those really matter. None of those make sense. So we could do 'Tis the Season. The trees fit in there too, but they're kind of big. So I'm thinking, let's see what we think of this. I could just put the 1. Actually, I might be able to put the 1 plus, like, let's move you down a little bit. We could go like this, and then that kind of fills in that white space. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? No, I can't get you open. Okay, so then we're going to put this down in here, and I just want to tape those other pieces on to the other side. Okay, so we've got that. We've got that. This is what I have left with these guys. I know I need to do a 4-inch circle. Okay, how was that? That is almost perfect. So let's do a tiny bit more, and then that will make me happy. So same thing here. Let's do a little bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom, and that will be good. Okay. So it makes it work kind of like a page protector, but it's not. It's on the outside. Okay. Okay, so here is the top one. Okay. And I kind of like how it's rimmed in the opposite. Ah, shower door. You're good. You are totally fine. All right. The fastest scrapbooker. Well, a lot of this I do have like pre-thought out. Like I spent my day yesterday. No, not yesterday. My day on, what is today? Thursday? Tuesday. Tuesday I planned these out. So it did take me like a full evening to figure out what I wanted to do here. So there is that. So a lot of my decisions are somewhat made already. Okay. And what I'm going to do here, just FYI, is I'm going to add my 20 right here. So the 20 will be right there, and then you'll flip it, and there's all that. But that does help. So it does help to have a lot of things pre-thought out. I love that question. How can you watch and install, right? That's so funny. Okay. So these I'm going to, well, this is the one I'm choosing. I'm going to set to the side, and this evening after I get off of here, I'm going to go cut a 4-inch circle put it in half. It's going to go on here with a number 20, which I'm going to pick out right now. And then that will be that one. These go in here. Forgot to put these back a second ago. Well, I'll just go like that for now. So 20, which I'm thinking I could do that one. I just did one of those. I don't really want to do that. No. Or that one. So I might, just for the heck of it, do the black one because it's going to show up better than that. So we'll go black. So we'll have the black 20 there, and you can turn it. It'll have this on the back. So I think that will be cute. Okay. Hand me that. I love it. Okay. So let's clear this off, and let me just see what I have for this last one. If I can just do it quickly and get it done, because I'd like to. So that can go to the side. This can go like that. Okay, so I'm thinking day 21 was about treats. Okay, what was this concept here? Oh yeah, this is quick. So I'm just going to do this really fast. So we've got a few things. So I've got this photo is going to go in a 3x8. This is going to go in a 3x8. And in the middle, we are going to add these back to back. So this is the recipe. So this story was all about like Christmas treats or baking or traditions with food. Gosh darn it. And I had asked, you know, do you guys make anything special for the holidays? And it turns out that they did. Do I have any in here? Nope. Okay, let me grab them from down here. So she told the story about these awesome like chocolate mint cookies. There we go. Yeah, awesome chocolate mint cookies that they make every year, which is something they didn't even realize they made them every year until I made her journal about this. Which is funny because Caitlin, you guys have made these every year and I've never had one. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so this is the recipe right here. So I just put it down real small, and that is going to go in this little pocket here. So it fits in here. If I can get it to go, there we go. So it fits right in there. Now in front of this, I'm going to put this little guy with this picture. So I thought it would be cute to put a little one in here. And like so. And then that can also go in here. Makes it look nice and cute and festive. And then what I'm going to do, so like I don't need any of this, I might add some of these. So we've got like, so I'm like, could I do like holiday treat merrymaking? Because you're going to go in the middle, like so. Oh, and I need the number, which I'll probably put somewhere over here, something small. Actually, I should probably find that. Let's do the number, and then that will determine the rest of it. So we need a 21, which is going to be in this slot. So, oh, I could do this. I kind of like that for the smaller. Like, could I put you... Nope, I don't like you there. But I could put you there. 21. New. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. Is whether it goes there or somewhere else. I kind of like that one. Okay, and then I've got like No. Baking and cheers, all these things. Okay, so we could, where's that? Okay, so we could go Mary making, all right, fine. And 21. Holiday treat. And be kind of like that. So that it's all on there. What is this? Merry, cheery, fa la la. Okay. Jolly, get cozy. A cup. I love these cups, but I just hoard them. I never use them. Festive moments, no. Seeing what else I didn't use from today that I just threw over here for a second. No, I think I like this. So I think I'm just going to go with that. Not this. I think instead, you see if I have anything in like these colors that I can just bring over to this side. Because I think that's the only thing I'm not super thrilled with. So, like there's this Be Cozy. Yeah, seriously, Caitlin, we've never had them. Erin and I both, we were like, I don't think I've ever had those before. Izzy actually got one from Tito. He gave her one of yours. Erin didn't even know you guys made them. I had to tell him, which I knew because, you know, I did this. So I knew. Okay. What do I want? I kind of want some blue. Filled with joy. Holiday baking is meant to be. It's not the same blue, but it could still work. I can put that down here. Okay. So this can say holiday baking. Yes. And then maybe like one of these, or no, maybe this little cute little heart to give us some of the same colors is what I'm looking for, which I know that's not the same blue, but it'll be okay. All right. So then we can layer these guys up and stick them on here. So we know we want it to be like this and this. Like that, I think. Yeah. And then this can go in the middle of the page. Let's position it so it's above. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so the last thing I need is a way to stick this in the page. So these are all stickers that can be put away. So these go into the page protectors. So this one's going to come into the page protector behind our movies journaling. And then this one goes in another of those. Here we go. Over here. So Millie, I saw that you were saying how I use a lot of full page photos. I love full page photos in like all albums. They're my favorite. But especially in the smaller ones, like in my 6x8 album, in these 3x8 albums, I love to incorporate as many big photos as I can. I feel like they make such an awesome impact. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to grab a piece of patterned paper that we can use to maybe tie in all these colors. That would be nice. If I could get something with a bunch of yellow on it. I don't know if I have something with a bunch of yellow on it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have this from last year. But it's not the right yellow. That's like orange. Darn it. Okay. Lies. That's not going to work. This is like almost orange, but it is the same as this, right? I don't know. Okay. Well, shoot. Yeah, I'm getting this stuff done. We're doing it. No, none of that. Okay, here we go. I just need like a sliver piece. No. No. Well, maybe, because I have that pink up there, so that could help bring more pink into it. Nope. Nope. Don't like it. Blues. No. No. Darn it. I don't like any of this. Okay. Is that like the only, the closest thing I could get? Okay, so what about this pink? Maybe this pink and not this one. This one's a little brighter. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to take this. We are going to cut ourselves a piece that is roughly maybe 1.5 inches, just to be safe. Okay. And then with our 1.5 inch piece, I need a page protector so I can make sure this is the right size. I'm going to add adhesive to one side of this and one side of this. Then we're going to grab our page protector to make sure that we are at the right size, which I'm actually going to bring it down so I can see on the top and on the bottom where that photo is. This just helps me with placement. And then I am going to place it down. I guess we can find out if that's the right, or if I just made that crooked. Find out. Nope, actually it's good. Okay, so that's going to give me a little piece that I can actually like clip and put in. And then the back side, like, do I want to add here for the cookies on the back side? I could. It's not the right colors, but I could. This is what happens when you work with like a lot of different years of, years product stuff. Okay. Feeling festive, but that's kind of cute. Plays with the blues. Works with the yellow. I kind of like that. I think we'll do that. Just to, so you can't see this bit. So I'm just going to place this up at the top here. And then I'll trim off the bottom. Okay. So then I can just hole punch it and be done with that. So I think what I'll do is use the page protector as my hole guide. Let's see if that works. I can never get this to work. So we'll see if I can with one. Okay. Moment of truth. All right, so that is that. So we've got 21 with our little booklet. So in here we've got the picture, we've got the recipe, which is super cute. I love that. I think this pocket's super cute. Okay, and that's just gonna hang out. All right. Oh well, hello and welcome. I'm glad you made it for a little bit of the last bit here, because I think that is about all I can accomplish in a day for today. I have successfully made a mess for what I would consider a mess for my desk, and it's been a good day. We got all of the pages done. So I will remove some of this off of here, some of this clutter, and then I'll show you these pages, and then that'll be it, you guys. So thank you for letting me go a little bit over so I could finish those pages, because I generally try to be done by 9, but I really wanted to get these done so that next time I have 4 more to go, and then this book is done. So next Thursday will be the completion of this album. All right, so let's see what we got here. So today we did this page right here where we've got the cut file on the top and it opens up, and inside we've got journaling and a photo. So this is story number 17. Story number 18 is this pocket with the tags. So we've got 3 tags. Thank you, Janelle. Yeah, so we've got 3 tags. So we've got one for my sister-in-law, which, come on now, one for my brother-in-law, and then one for my niece. So we've got all 3 tags there that go in the pocket with all of their details about now. Then we've got the story about their dads. So the pictures of the 2 dads, this is number 19, and these little envelopes open up and have all of their journaling inside. Super cute. I love using these envelopes as a way to store extra words. So there is that. So that all goes in. The back side of this is all about movies. So this one is not all the way done. I do still have to add some pattern paper on both sides of this viewfinder, and then the number 20 will go on top. But this is story 20, all about movies of the season and traditions with watching movies. And then story number 21 is about making cookies, which is the one that we just finished. I think it all turned out really great. So awesome. Woo! 5 down, 4 to go. So you guys, I am going to sign off for the night. I will, my goal is to share close-up photos of everything on my Instagram on Saturday. So if you want to see any close-ups, they should be there on Saturday. And then next week, I will have another live video here, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. And it will be to finish the last pages in this album and do a final flip through of the entire 2 albums for 2020. And then after that, I am going to shift gears, and I'm still going to be doing live videos on Thursdays. It's just not going to be December Daily anymore. So the week after next, my plan is to start working on my 2020 Week in the Life album. So I'm going to work on that with you guys live and finish it here, hopefully in like 2 or 3 weeks. I think is all it's going to take me for live videos to just do it with you guys. So it might even only take me 2, I'm thinking. So that's my plan. And I'm just super excited to have you guys along for the journey. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with me while I worked on this. It does help to have some accountability to be here and to work on it. So thank you. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.